In our previous video, we had a look at our current codebase, and we understand the structure of our project that we're going to be working with. In this video, we'll have a look at the installation requirements for CocoaPods. And finally, we'll learn how to install CocoaPods.
In iOS development, there are three schools of thought around the usage of third-party libraries.
The first is that you should use no external libraries. And the second is the why reinvent the wheel school of thought, which suggests that unless you have some very bespoke coding to do, then you should look for a third-party framework to do the hard work for you. The third school of thought is a much more lenient one, which is that you should try to use as few third-party frameworks as possible, and only those that meet your programming criteria, such as good ratings, a good support base, regular updates, and cover an area of complexity that could require substantial effort on your part. In previous times, it would have been a case of downloading a framework or library and adding this manually into your project. However, the growing standard for dependency management at this time is CocoaPods. CocoaPods is a great tool that allows you to add, remove, and update or backdate frameworks with minimal effort on your part. Let's see what it takes to install CocoaPods by visiting www.CocoaPods.org. As we can see here, it tells us that CocoaPods is a Ruby gem. Now, we're not delving deeply into gems in this course, but suffice to say that all Mac OS X versions come with a version of Ruby installed. In order to install CocoaPods, you need to have a Ruby version of at least 2.0.0 or above. Now, due to increased security features on El Capitan, there is a small difference in the installation process between this and previous versions. The process of installation for El Capitan will work on previous versions, but previous installation processes will not work on El Capitan. Additionally, you will require admin rights to install this, so please make sure that you have this properly set. So let's open Terminal. Here, I'm going to type sudo, which means that I'm going to do something which requires an admin's permission. Then gem install, meaning I'm going to install a Ruby gem. The next part is a more important part for El Capitan, and that is -n space /user/local/bin, and then CocoaPods. Now I press enter, and Ruby will proceed with the installation process. Once it's completed, I'm going to type pod space --version, and I'll be able to see which version I have installed. And now I can type pod list, and we can get a full list of all the pods available to us in our current list. So now that we've installed CocoaPods and we've learned all about it, the next thing we want to do is to review a pod to install in our project.